So everything you see to do with science for the next month is going to have the same theme, so I thought I'd get in first. Who's excited about the new Star Wars film? Yeah! No, wrong. Right? The thing to remember about the new Star Wars film is you're getting overexcited because it's like going on a date. Like right now, all you've seen is the new Star Wars film's OkCupid profile. Which, of course, is going to show you all the very best bits of the new Star Wars film, right? Do you think the adverts for Phantom Menace said at the beginning of them, it's just 90 minutes of a black racist stereotype and some trade negotiations? No, they made it look really exciting. You were like, oh, they've got these new spaceships and there's going to be a robot. And they glossed over the whole annoying child element. And you were like, oh, it'll have Darth Vader at the end of it and everything. It didn't have any of those fucking... So there's the thing with the new film is people are getting very excited. And the other thing you'll see a lot is relentlessly people will come on stages like this and they will talk to you about the science of Star Wars. Right, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to you about the science of Star Wars, but mainly I'm going to give you the ammunition to heckle everyone else. Because, first of all, right, they will do the bit where they talk about the Millennium Falcon, right? And the thing about the Millennium Falcon they'll say is, oh, the Millennium Falcon is so fast that it can do a journey in a specific distance. We all remember Han Solo says it can do the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, which is like saying I can drive to Nottingham in 140 miles. That's not the important thing about the Millennium Falcon. The important thing about the Millennium Falcon is that it probably sounded quite cool in 1977, but in 2015, Millennium anything just... It's like a brand you don't want anymore. It's like 20th Century Fox. You're just stuck with it. They're like, oh, it's so futuristic, 20th Century Fox. Yeah, but the Millennium Falcon, I don't know if you noticed that it was quite clever branding calling it Millennium Falcon, in that it's incredibly expensive. In Star Wars, they moan about how much it costs to go on the Millennium Falcon, and it never works properly. Thus lining it up with the Millennium Bridge, the other Millennium Bridge, the Millennium... It was great branding. It was anticipating how much money we as a nation would piss away in 1999. But anyway, I want to talk to you about the real science of Star Wars. And the thing that drives me crazy every time I watch Star Wars, and I'm sure, give me a cheer, any chemists in the room? Have they've just stopped coming. After every gig I do, I just beat up on chemists. Because they definitely haven't got anything dangerous to come after me with, have they? The people that invented mustard gas and got a Nobel Prize for it, probably. I don't know. It's not made of real mustard, by the way, mustard gas. It's not biology. It's not biologist's fault. No. So chemists in the room will be able... I wanted one to fact check what I'm going to see now. So, final scene of Star Wars. I'm not going to call it Star Wars Episode 4, because it's Star Wars 1. Because the ones before that don't exist. Star Wars Episode 1, A New Hope, right? Ends with Luke shoots the Death Star through a little hole with 2 proton torpedoes and it blows up, right? And I want to question the science of that. So, a proton, let's talk about what a proton is. A proton is a hydrogen ion, right? It's hydrogen, the chemists, no, there aren't any. It's hydrogen, but without the electron in it. Let's think about where there are a lot of hydrogen ions. Hydrogen ions are in acid. So if you fired a proton torpedo, that's a missile with some protons on, in the Death Star, it would get to the middle and it would drop the pH by 2 or 3. And apparently that is enough to blow the whole Death Star to pieces. People are like, oh, it was such shit engineering, wasn't it? Ha 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 ha. That they let it have a little port that you could shoot through and blow it up. Oh, what shit engineering? No, the shit engineering is something that you can't put vinegar on without it exploding across the universe. And also, the scene that is missing from Star Wars is when they're getting the X-Wings ready, they're going, ready the proton torpedoes, and there's a man just squeezing a lemon into a hole. There we go, fire the proton torpedoes. Are you sure? Yes. Is the target some chips? Stupid. The thing is, right, they've only got proton torpedoes because before Star Wars there was another thing which you might not have heard of called Star Trek. And Star Trek like had photon torpedoes, and they wanted Star Wars were like, we'd better not get sued for stealing photon torpedoes. Photon torpedoes sound no more dangerous than the aforementioned lemon juice missiles. Right, physicists. A photon is a tiny amount of light, right? It is the smallest amount of light you can have, which means a photon torpedo, even if, for the benefit of the doubt, let's call them lots of photons torpedoes. You fire them at the enemy ship, right? And this missile goes all the way across, and they're like, oh, it's going to deliver its deadly payload, and it opens up, and just a lit torch comes spiraling out the end. There, eat those photons! Right? A thing you can shoot in a direction, and when it gets there, it releases a bunch of light. That's called a firework! It's not called a photon torpedo! Fuck Star Trek! Fuck Star Trek even harder than fuck Star Wars. Right. I just had to get that off my chest because you're going to see so many people doing jokes about the poor engineering of the Death Star, and I just want you to shout lemon juice at every single one of those fuckers. Right. There's not a lot going on in my life at the minute. So. Good.